Welcome to Heal, Align, Thrive, a sanctuary for the free-spirited, for the wild ones, for those who know that life is meant for more than just surviving. This space is for you. This is a space where we'll connect back to the breath, back to the body, back to the earth, so that we can truly connect and ground to rise into our true potential, into our highest self, with a capital S. I'm Paige, and I'm a yoga and qigong instructor. I'm a breathwork guide and a somatic coach, and a lover of all things ancient wisdom and the modern soul. In this podcast, there'll be a range of practices, stories, and conversations to help you heal your nervous system, align with your essence, and thrive into your true purposeful self. For much of my life, I lived in cycles of anxiety, depression, burnout, trauma, PTSD, and overall just disconnection from my body. I thought that healing meant running away, numbing myself, and working really extra hard in order to fix myself. But what I learned is that true healing is not about fixing. It's about remembering who we truly are behind the veil of suffering. And it's about reclaiming the power of the breath, the power of the body, the wisdom that our intuition, and the wisdom of the energy within us, and connecting to the flow of nature. My path first led me into yoga when I was 15, and I took my first yoga class at a small little commune in Denton, Texas, and I was so intrigued and interested because I knew that the path of Western healing was not vibing with my internal intuition. I was really looking for something long-term. I was looking for something that would fix the underlying root causes of generational trauma, of anxiety, of overall just trying to give over this hump of suffering. And as I dove into learning about different religions during that time, I got super intrigued in yoga, as it's one of the most popular practices here in the West from Eastern cultures anyways. And I kept learning, kept diving in, and then post-college, I began to get introduced to Taoist energetic arts here in Colorado. I was super thrilled and was really confused as to what it was because I did not practice Tai Chi. I thought that Tai Chi was for old people, and I really just didn't understand until I got an insider's look from a Taoist master, a lineage holder who had done all of the work in China to thankfully bring it over to the West and dissect and really offer this new way of thinking into the holistic approach of Taoism. During that time, I also took my 200-hour yoga teacher training. I think that was I finished in May of 2023. And that led me into learning about Ayurveda and just diving into that aspect. And then I got into holistic coaching, which that's a whole other can of worms. So with all of these good things put together, what I really learned and discovered is that you don't have to hustle your way into living in your purpose. You don't have to force yourself to release and let go, and you don't have to escape yourself in order to feel better. I really learned that in order to truly heal, we have to let go. And that actually ended up becoming a really dirty word to me. And I think that a lot of other people can relate to that. It's like, how do we let go? Like, I want to let go. I'm letting go as good as I can. And in reality, letting go is not about force. It's really doing the opposite. It's softening, it's allowing, it's letting just the control release and let go. And that's really what I learned in Taoism and the water method. Because when we think about like water is this overwhelming force. Like, it is going to flow no matter what. There's no obstacles that can really stop it. If anything, it just changes its course. And with water, we can really undo blockages in the body, going from ice to water to space. So And we'll talk about all these good things later on. But with all of this, that is why I created the Aquarian Payge and now this podcast, so that I could share with you guys a little bit about the insights that I've learned on my own journeys, so that we can tap into nervous system regulation, so that we can share with y'all everything that there is to know in this world, and that your dreams and your wellness don't have to be at odds with one another. Actually, when you combine them and soften into them and let the softness take over, you can unlock so much more. So, in Heal, Align, Thrive, you can expect episodes that weave together movement, breath, and earth rooted rituals and soul led strategy to get you to where you want to be. We're going to talk about embodied alignment. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about strategy. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about it all. So I hope that you're excited. Some weeks I'll guide you through short practices like breath work, grounding, short yoga rituals. Other times we'll dive into stories and teachings from Taoist medicine, Ayurveda, and ancient wisdom traditions. And soon you'll be hearing from some guests. These will be teachers, healers, creators, and even maybe my partner. We'll see. So this podcast is not going to be about quick fixes. It's going to be rooted in sustainable, embodied freedom. It's about soul expansion, nervous system healing, and reclaiming you. Before we close today, I want to leave you off with a short breathwork ritual that I do pretty much every day. It's a breathwork style that you can carry with you anywhere you go, whether you're sitting in the car, sitting at the grocery store, or whatever it is that you might be doing in your life. So I want you to take a moment and just allow yourself to feel the earth beneath you. Whether you're in a chair, whether you're standing or seated on the ground, just allow your mind to drop from the top of your head down into the earth beneath you. Allow the shoulder blades to soften down the back, away from the ears. Not by using force, but just by allowing any amount. You may either soften the eyes or close down the eyes completely. And just begin to tune into the natural rhythm of your breath. Notice the rise and the fall, and where that happens inside the body. Begin to allow yourself to inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Allow your breath to grow just a little bit longer with every inhale and every exhale. Feel free to stay here or take the edges of the outside of your hand and we'll take them around the rib cage with our fingers coming into the middle to touch. Pressing in ever so slightly, nothing that hurts, just enough that we can gain awareness of our hands against our body. We use our hands as a guide in many practices so that we can really feel what's going on inside. Allow your mind to drop into this area of the body and notice any sensation that occurs with every inhale and every exhale. Feel free to leave one hand where it is, and we'll take the other hand and drop it into the belly, connecting the diaphragm and the belly together. And take 5 breaths here. Now remove your hands and place them wherever they're comfortable. And just continue with this breath for 2 more breaths. If your eyes are closed, slowly begin to open the window panes of your eyes. Readjust your gaze and begin to take notice of the world around you. Maybe looking over to the left and then over to the right. With no judgment, just observing. And come back to center. Notice any changes in your body or your mind. And if there are none, that's fine. But this is a breath practice that you can always come back to, tuning into the diaphragm and the belly. And allow yourself to just breathe. Thank you so much for joining me in this very first episode of Heal, Align, Thrive. The space is here for you to remind you that you are not broken, that your body holds wisdom, and that life gets brighter the more that you align. If you love today's practice, I'd be honored if you subscribed, shared this episode, and left a review. It helps the medicine reach more people than you could even imagine. You can always find me at @theaquarianpayge.com or follow me at Aquarian_Payge on Instagram. Until next time, keep breathing, keep living, keep loving.